Good afternoon, traders. Michael Sabo here, senior commodities broker with RJO Futures, bringing you some opening or some afternoon, I should say, mid-afternoon commentary here on the energy markets. So let's get started here. Crude oil, what do we got going on here today? Well, currently we're off about 80 cents. That SEP contract around 92.56. Brent also weaker, 112.78, down about 43 cents there. Give me a call, as always, if you want to talk about that spread, WTI Brent spread, the trading opportunities there. Give me a call. We can discuss that. Taking a look here at nat gas, getting hammered here today. We're around 279.20, off about 15 cents. That's about a 5% pullback in the market. RBOB, pretty quiet there, just up over $3 and around 309. And the heat, taking a little bit of heat, 301.94, that's down 256. So certainly, mixed tone here, but certainly weaker here for the most part in the energy market. What's really driving the markets here today? Well, let's talk about the fundamentals in there. Not much really changes in the fundamentals here. Equities market has been quiet, stable, a little bit weaker tone there. We've seen some weakness here overseas as well. Dollar is weaker here a bit, which generally would help to be a touch supportive there to the market, but market's not feeling that here today. Now, something that was interesting here, and this is something I've been mentioning a lot in the post, is the EIA and OPEC here at separate times here throughout the week, both kind of confirming something that we've been talking about, and they're basically revising downwardly their outlook for global growth here for the second half here. And there's ideas that producers may have been overproducing a little bit here in the first half of the year. Now, as I mentioned before, you look at those WTI levels here, they're still substantial over year-ago levels, and this demand remains so questionable with the problems in Europe, and it appears to be the slowdown happening in China, and obviously looking here at our own jobs market and our own demand here for oil, certainly I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of strength here this second quarter. And that leaves me into, talking about the technicals of the market, where I've mentioned here at these current prices, I think that market is overbought. I was looking to see some pullback. Check out yesterday's post. I mentioned that yesterday. Today we saw that. We really saw some weakness in there. Now, take a look at the price action in there yesterday here. What we saw there yesterday, a high of 94.21, the low of 93.07. That was an inside day. So the entire trading range of yesterday was inside Wednesday's range. And it's something I mentioned in yesterday's post. Today, take a look at the price action in there today. We saw a high of 93.87 and a low down at 91.71. So what we saw was that market being a little weaker, and it broke out here. And there's a way that you can play these inside days. Give me a call on the trade desk here. I'll go into more detail on how you can look for these opportunities, not just in the energy market, but in all the markets there, how you can play inside days and kind of the idea behind that. But my feelings still remain the same, is that I think that, oil is overbought. Look at the indicators. Short term, they're showing that this market's overbought. I think when you look at the fundamentals here in the short term, it's showing that, we should see some, oil prices here starting to move lower. So, give me a call. You want to discuss some trading opportunities there. As I mentioned, I am positioning into a position that will take advantage of a short-term correction here in the markets through the use of options. I'll be more than happy to discuss that with you. If you're a bull on the market, I could talk to you about some strategies there, about risk management strategies, how we can position to the upside but manage our risk there to the downside. As always, if you want to talk, give me a call on the desk, 800-367-7290. And of course, the risk of loss does exist in futures trading, and it may not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.